Hey friends, Ash here with Gents. Hope everybody out there is doing really well today or tonight, whenever you're watching. Today, I'm taking a look at this one back here, Eros Eau de Parfum, the newest Eros flanker from the house of Versace. Did a first impression on this one, been giving it some wear. Now it's time for the full review. So like always, we're gonna check out the presentation. I'm gonna break this one down and let you know whether or not I think you should check it out or not, and let you know whether or not I like it. And I'm also going to tell you guys where I would fit this one in with the Eau de Toilette and Eros Flame. Let you know if I think this one is a step in the right direction or a step back. So let's jump into it. And let me know in the comments below, guys, which Eros is the best for you. The Eau de Toilette, Eros Flame, or the Eau de Parfum, assuming you've been able to check it out yet. First off, let's check out the presentation. Pretty much the same as the original Eau de Toilette. It looks like they basically took that bottle and then stuffed Eau de Parfum underneath Eros. So yeah, it's pretty much the same as the original, just with Eau de Parfum stuck on. Maybe would have liked a little more variation, but it is what it is. And in 2020, take what we can get. So you've got that Eros bottle style Medusa on the front. You got this nice pattern on the back of the bottle. And then that is also around the Medusa on the front. And you have the Medusa on top of the cap as well. Does click into place. Probably can't really make it out, but there's a Medusa on the inside of the cap. There we go, pretty nice atomizer. And then you've got your sticker on the bottom. Badge code here, LU2004. And here we've got the box. So again, Versace Eros Eau de Parfum, 100 ml size right there. The only difference really, or the main difference between this and the Eau de Toilette box is gonna be this gold design. You've got Versace at the top, nothing on the sides. On the back, you have your concentration, Eau de Parfum, and your ingredients. And then on the bottom, you have your batch code. It is in black ink right there. So the original Eros Eau de Toilette is known as being one of the best modern club fragrances or night out fragrances. That's because it's pretty loud, it's sweet, it grabs attention, it pulls compliments, and it's got really good longevity, or at least it did. If you listen to a lot of people, they'll tell you that the Eau de Toilette has been reformulated, and that if you buy it nowadays, it is a shadow of its former self, that it no longer has that massive projection and longevity where it's gonna pump out, fill up a room, and last all night. Now, I don't have a new bottle of Eros Eau de Toilette, so I cannot tell you guys for sure whether or not that reformulation has occurred and completely drained Eros Eau de Toilette of all the strength it had. I do have 2 bottles of Eros Edp, and one of them is from when it was launched. So I've got the OG formulation, but I need to get a new bottle, and then I can do that comparison. A lot of people have actually asked me to do that, so that's on the horizon. As soon as I can get a new bottle of Eros Edp, I will check that out and report back with my findings, but let's just put a pin in that for now. Then you had Eros Flame. A lot of people think of that as a kind of improvement over the EDT, being more versatile, more wearable, not as much of just a club night type fragrance, and I tend to agree. So how does this one stack up? How does this one smell? It actually opens up with a pretty strong similarity to the Eau de Toilette, which is not a surprise. I mean, this is Eros Eau de Parfum, and they've stuck it in pretty much the same bottle. So not really a surprise that there's a strong similarity there off the top. You get a lot of candied apple, and it does have that really appealing opening, that mass appealing opening that's gonna definitely pull attention and compliments. And of course, along with that candied apple, it has mint, which is one of the main things that Eros is known for, that very sweet mint, and that is here for sure in the opening. There's also citrus there, but it's more of a background nuance. In the opening for me, the main stars, the candied apple and the mint. And another thing that you pick up pretty early on, the Amber Max. It pumps out pretty strongly. And in the opening, it's it's right there. You can feel it in your nose when you smell this fragrance. It gives you almost a tingle on your nose hairs. It smooths out after about 10 to 15 minutes though, and actually from that point on is a much smoother scent in general. Through the mid of the fragrance, you have remnants of that sweet mint in Eros and also a persistent vanilla. You pick that vanilla up and it is there all through into the dry down. The amber max still there as well in the mid. You also pick up a little bit of geranium, a little bit of clary sage, and they provide some contrast to the sweetness in the scent. They give you a little bit of freshness. And interestingly, through the mid, I occasionally will pick up pops of citrus. Just every once in a while. It's like a little tart citrus, and I pick that up through the mid every once in a while. It's like it's not always there, but sometimes when you smell it, you'll pick it up and you'll be like, ah, yeah, just a little tartness. Into the dry down, there's still nice sweetness in this fragrance. Still got some amber max in there, some woodiness as well. So there's sandalwood in here, there's cedar. I also pick up a little bit of leather and a dollop of vanilla. And that sandalwood, of course, imparts a little bit of creaminess, which is to be expected when you see sandalwood in the note breakdown of a designer fragrance. Overall, Eros Eau de Parfum is richer than the Eau de Toilette for me, and it's smoother as well. Maybe even a little bit more grown up. I would also say that it's less sweet than the Eau de Toilette, though it is still a sweet fragrance. It's just not as sweet as the EDT is. And overall smells like it's a little bit higher quality than the Eau de Toilette as well. So with all that said, how does this one stack up for me? Better than the EDT, better than Eros Flame? I think that as of right now, sitting here today, I would rather wear the Eau de Parfum than the Eau de Toilette. So for me, I would take that over the EDT. I think if you're a fan of the EDT, then you will definitely like the Eau de Parfum as well. Though this one is not quite as youthful as the Eau de Toilette. So if that's the main reason you like the original, then maybe this one you wouldn't like as much, but for me, I think it's an improvement. And as far as this one versus Eros Flame, that is closer, that's a tighter kind of race. I think sitting here right now, gun to my head, probably take the Eau de Parfum. But that one's really close, probably depends on which day you catch me, to be honest. Is this one redundant if you already own the Eau de Toilette and or Eros Flame? Yeah, pretty redundant. I think it's better though. So it's really dependent on you. If you really like Eros, then I think you'll really enjoy this one. If you like the Eros DNA, but you wish it was, like I said before, a little more grown up, a little richer with less sweetness, yeah, check this one out for sure. The longevity here, 10 plus. Yeah, 10 plus hours. Really good off my skin. Projection, very good for the first hour and a half to 2 hours. Yeah, this one is what I would consider a beast mode fragrance. Even though it's not as syrupy sweet in your face as the original was or is, this one's still a big performer. It's gonna outperform most any fragrance out there, other than your true absolute monster fragrances. But this one is still a great performing scent. Seasons, fall and winter, though like the original Eros, you can wear it just about any time because it does have that extreme mass appeal to it. So I mean, if you wear this in the summer, so long as you don't just brutally overspray and choke out everybody around you and, you know, have children passing out in their mother's arms and everything, people are still gonna like it. As far as when you would wear this, daytime or nighttime, either one, it's got that versatility. It's more of a casual scent, date night scent, or a clubbing scent for me. Not really what I think of as an office scent or a formal scent or a scent where you go to a business meeting, more casual club date. And as far as compliments go, if that's what you're after here, you're gonna find it. Just like Eros Eau de Toilette, just like Eros Flame, this one has that Eros DNA that people freaking love. It's gonna pull attention, it's gonna pull compliments, and with the kind of projection and longevity it has, I mean, it'd honestly be pretty hard not to pull attention. I know that this one is gonna get flamed by some people for being derivative of the original, but honestly, the flanker makes sense. This is one of those flankers where when it says whatever the fragrance is, Eau de Parfum, and then they basically take the original's DNA and tweak it and change it to make it richer, have more depth, be smoother, maybe a little more mature. That's what this is. You know, we've seen that before. Bleu de Chanel, Eau de Toilette, Eau de Parfum. Sauvage, Eau de Toilette, Eau de Parfum. That's what you got here. So some people are going to hate on it and say, oh, you know, it's pretty similar to the original. Yeah, that's on purpose. Because sometimes you'll have fragrances that have an Eau de Parfum flanker, and then it actually doesn't really smell super close to the original. Then you have fragrances like this one, or Dolce & Gabbana's the one Eau de Parfum, where they take the DNA, make some tweaks to it, and usually it actually turns out for the better, and I think here it has. So for me, Eros Eau de Parfum, thumbs up. I think it's really good. As always, I think if you can wait a little bit, do so, save some money, pick it up at discounters. But if you want to buy it at full retail, you're probably not going to be disappointed as long as you know what you're going to get here. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for all your support. Stay safe out there, guys, and I will see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.